Now we are going to measure the third parameter of the transistor. The third parameter of the transistor is called output impedance. To calculate the output impedance, what we have to do? We have to vary the value of VCE. VCE means voltage across collector and emitter to be varied. The corresponding collector current to be found out. IC to be found out. Okay, but which one should be kept constant? The IB value. This is nothing but microammeter in which IB can be read, and IB value should be kept constant. Are you clear? Now what I am going to do, by adjusting the knob, first I am going to keep the value of IB as 20 microampere. Look at that. I am slowly varying the IB value. It is kept exactly at 20 microampere. Are you clear? The IB value which is shown in the microammeter is 20 microampere. This one must be kept constant throughout the experiment. Are you clear? When VCE is varied, when IC is noted, IB value should be kept constant. What is the first value of IB now? 20 microampere. Okay. Now I am going to take the first set of reading. So in the first set of reading, IB value is 20 microampere. That is kept constant. Okay. Its value should not be altered. Now this is the voltmeter of range 1 volt. This voltmeter to be used to measure the VCE, that is voltage across collector and emitter. This is to be varied. The corresponding change in the IC, that is in milliammeter, must be noted. Now I am going to vary the value of VCE. Now the VCE value is zero point 0.1 volt. It is slowly increased from 0.10 to zero point 0.1 volt. Are you clear? Very patiently you have to do this. It is kept exactly at zero point 0.1 volt, and in the meantime often you have to check the IB value whether it is exactly at 20 micro ampere or not. That should be checked. Now note down the reading in the milliammeter IC value, that is exactly coinciding with the fifth division. Okay, sixth division, 6 into 0.25. 6 into 0.25 is 1.5. Therefore, for zero point 0.1 volt VCE, the corresponding reading in the milliammeter is IC is how much? 1.5. Are you clear? This is a very important value. 1.5 milliampere is the value. Now I am going to increase the value of VCE from zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.2. Look at the value. It shows 0.2 volt. Often you have to check the IB value. It should be kept exactly at 20 microampere. Often you check it up. Note down there is a sudden increase in the IC. It is coinciding with 15th division. 15 into how much? 15 into 0.25 is 3.75. So 3.75 is the IC value now. Now I am going to increase the value of VC from zero point 0.2 to zero point 0.3. Okay. Note down the reading. Is there any change? No change. Again it shows 3.75. Are you clear? For zero point 0.3 also, the value of VC is 3.75. Now I am increasing the value of VC from zero point 0.3 to zero point 0.4. Note down the reading, no change in the reading. Again it shows 3.75 milliampere. Okay. Now I am going to increase the value of VC from zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.5. Again there is no change in the IC. Are you clear? Again it shows 3.75. Now it is increased from zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6. Zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6. No change in the IC value. Again it shows 3.75. It shows that transistor, it has attained the saturation region. Now it has, now the value is changed from zero point 0.6 to zero point 0.7. The value of IC is 3.75. Note down the reading. Now the value of VC is increased from zero point 0.7 to 0.8. Now the note down the reading in IC, no change. Again it shows 3.75. Okay. Now it is increased from 0.8 to 0.9. 0.8 to 0.9 VCE value. Note down the corresponding reading here IC. Again it shows 3.75. Now it is increased from 0.9 to 1 volt. Here look at the value, though no change in the IC value. Again it shows 3.75. So I have taken the first set of value when the IB was kept at how much? 20 microampere. Understood? Now we are going to take the second set of reading. Now the IB value should be kept at 40 microampere. Throughout the experiment, the IB value should not be altered. Now I am going to vary the value of IB. Look at that. Slowly the IB value increases. It should be kept exactly at 40 microampere. It is exactly kept at 8th division. 8 into 5 is equal to 40 microampere. Throughout the experiment, the IB 40 microampere should not be varied. It should be kept constant. Okay. Now I am going to take the second set of reading. Now the IB value is kept at 40 microampere. That should be kept constant. Now I am going to vary the value of which one? That VCE. Okay. So when VCE is varied, there will be a corresponding variation in the IC. Now slowly vary the value of VCE. Now it is kept exactly at 0.1 volt. Very patiently you have to do that. Okay, now it is kept exactly at 0.1 volt. Often you check whether the IB is kept exactly at 40 microampere or not. What is the value of VCE? 0.1 volt. IB value is 40 microampere. After that, you take reading in IC. Are you clear? Now note down the reading here. Now the IC value is how much? It is coinciding with the 11th division. 11 into 0.25. 2.75. Are you clear? 2.75 is the IC value. Now it is increased from 0.1 to 0.2. Again you check the IB value. IB value should be kept constant at 40 microampere. Often you check the IB. That is very important. Now look at the reading here. Which division is coinciding in IC? Which division is coinciding? 10, 20, 25. Are you clear? 25th division. 25 into 0.25. 25 into 0.25 is 6.25. Understood? Now it is increased from zero point 0.2 to 0.3. Are you clear? Again you check the IB value. It should be kept exactly at 40 microampere. It is at 0.3 volt. IB is at 40 microampere. Note down the reading now. 10, 20, 30. 30 into 0.25, 7.5. Understood? Now slowly increase the value from 0.3 to 0.4 volt. VC is kept at 0.4 volt. Are you clear? IB is also at 40 microampere. What is the value of IC? IC value is 7.5. Are you clear? Now it has attained the saturation region. Now it is increased from 0.4 to 0.5. 0.4 to 0.5. Again the reading IC value is 7.5. Are you clear? Now it is increased from 0.5 to 0.6. IB value is VCE value is 0.6 volt. What is the value of IC? Again it shows 7.5. Are you clear? Now it is increased from VC is increased from 0.6 to 0.7. Look at the value of IC, 7.5. Now it is increased from 0.67 to 0.8. Again the value of IC is 7.5. Now the value of VC is increased from 0.8 to 0.9. Again note down the value of IC, 7.5. Now I am going to take the final reading. Now it is kept at 1 volt. Okay, look at the reading. IC value, VC value is 1 volt, IC value is 7.5. Okay. Now we are going to take the third set of reading. Now the IB value should be kept at 60 microampere throughout the experiment. The IB value should not be varied, it should be kept constant. Now I am going to vary the position of the knob. Slowly the IB value, it starts increasing. It should be kept exactly at 60 microampere. It is kept exactly at 12th division. Okay, look at the reading. 12 into 5 is equal to 60 microampere. Throughout the experiment, the IB value 60 microampere should be kept constant. Okay. Now I am going to take the third set of reading. Now the IB is kept at 60 microampere. That should be kept constant throughout the experiment. Now I am going to vary the value of VCE. Now VCE is going to be kept at zero point 0.1 volt. Very patiently you have to vary that. Look at that. VCE value is how much? 0 0.1 volt. Often you check the IB. It should be kept exactly at 60 microampere. Now note down the reading here. Now it is exactly coinciding with 14th division. Are you clear? So 14 into 0.25 is 3.5. For 0.1 volt, IC value is 3.5. Are you clear? Now I am going to increase the value of VC from 0.1 to zero point 0.2 volt. Look at that. Now you check the IB value often. That should be kept exactly at 60 microampere. Note down the reading here. 10, 20, 30. It is coinciding with 35th division. 35 into 0.25. 8.75 is the reading. 8.75 is the reading. Now it is going to be increased from 0.2 to 0.3. It is kept at 0.3. Look at the value. It is kept at 0.3. Check the IB value often. Note down there is a sudden increase. 10, 20, 30, 40, 42. 42nd division is coinciding. 42 into 0.25 is 10.5. Are you clear? Now I am going to increase the value of VC from 0.3 to 0.4. Okay. It is kept at 0.4. Note down the reading again. Note down the reading here. Which reading is coinciding? 10, 20, 30, 40, 43rd division is coinciding. Okay. 43 into 0.25. 10.75. Now it is going to be increased from 0.4 to 0.5. Which value? VCE value. Look at that. Here VCE is increased from 0.4 to 0.5. Look at the value. No change in the IC. Again it shows 10.75. Now I am going to increase the value of VCE from 0.5 to 0.6. Now note down the value, no change in the IC value. Again it shows 10.75. Now I am going to increase the value of VC from 0.6 to 0.7. Look at the value. Now it shows 0.7. Note down the IC value here. Again it shows 10.75. It shows that the transistor, it has attained the saturation region. Now it is increased from VC is increased from 0.7 to 0.8. Note down. Okay. Note down the reading in IC in millimeter. No change in the reading. Again it shows 10.75. Now it is increased from 0.8 to 0.9. VC value is 0.9. Look at the value in IC. No change. Again it shows 10.75. Now I am going to take the final reading. Now the value of VC is 1 volt. Look at that. The value of IC is 10.75. So no change in the IC value. Okay. Now we have completed the third set of reading, in which IB was kept at 60 microampere. That one was kept at constant. So far we have taken 3 set of reading. For those 3 set of reading, we have to draw the graph. Therefrom we have to find out the value of output impedance. We have to draw the slope also. Understood? Here we have tabulated all the values which are taken for various values of IB values. Now we are going to calculate the output impedance of the given transistor. To calculate the output impedance of the transistor, this formula to be used: RO is equal to del VC divided by del IC. Del VC is nothing but difference in collector emitter voltage, and del IC is called difference in collector current. From the slope from the graph, we are able to find out the maximum value of VCE, that is 0.5 volt. The minimum value of VCE is 0.26. Are you clear? Here from the slope, the lines are extended towards the x-axis. There from the intersection point, these two values are taken. Along the y-axis, IC values are taken, and from the slope the lines are extended towards the y-axis. There we are able to get the maximum value of IC and minimum value of IC. 10.8 is the maximum value of IC, the minimum value of IC is 10, and find out the differences. In the numerator the difference is 0.24 volt. The denominator the difference is 0.8. The denominator, the current value is measured in terms of milliampere, that should be converted into ampere. If this part alone is calculated, you will get 0.3. If the 10 to the power of minus 3 value, if it is brought up, that one becomes 10 to the power of plus 3. So after simplification, finally you are getting the value of RO as how much? 300 ohm. That is output impedance of the given transistor is how much? 300 ohm. So this is also one of the important parameters of the transistor. Already we have found out the input impedance, current gain and output impedance. All the 3 parameters are essential, with the help of which we are able to see, is it clear, which configuration is the best one. Finally, we could come to a conclusion that when the, say, transistor, when they are connected in common emitter mode, that common emitter mode will be the best one. Are you clear? Such kind of CE mode configuration is chosen for constructing the oscillator circuit and amplifier circuits. Okay.